Hey guys, some stuff to talk about tonight. I want to talk about the inequalities between American PSN service and UK PSN service. Dear God. Where do we start? Well, let's start with the exchange rates I've been reading about. Now, there's a few people online that contend this to be the truth, and I'm trying to see where they're wrong. Admittedly, economics is not my strongest point, but it looks like they're right. Where basically, if you go like for like with what the equipment costs and blah blah blah, and the exchange rates therein, it would tail off that the Americans basically paid 300 quid for PS4 and pay 29 quid for PlayStation Plus. And, well, you know what we pay. They also get rewards when they buy stuff on something called a PlayStation card, which is basically a credit card done by Visa. It's only available in the States. And basically, when they buy PlayStation related products, they get extra points. And these points basically go into another website. You may remember the thing of Greatness Awaits when there was the still picture and you had to find the bits in it. And below that there was a thing for trading in your trophies for prizes. Except you couldn't do it because it was only working with American PSN accounts and not UK PSN accounts, or any of the other regions, Australia, Eastern Europe, Western Europe, tiger economies, the whole shebang. Only America got that. It just always seems to be the case. From when I was a kid to now, that America gets everything. Everything. And it's just really annoying. I mean, we were always there, Sony, for you, you know, in the UK. I mean, okay, yeah, some people buy an Xbox, but, you know, this is a strong territory for you. You know this. How about a little bit of a kickback for always being there? Especially for us guys that have had each one of your systems, Gen 1. PS1 original. You know, the original PlayStation. You know, the egg cooker. The flip it upside down when the laser starts going wonky machine. The one that just refused to die. What a system. Such great memories. You know, my PS2, which if you watch my channel, you know that I only just recently sold to, you know, make a few quid. And not only that, my PS3, which is also an original 60 gig, which is backwards compatible, which I upgraded to a 320 drive with a 720 for backing up. You know? It's like I've got a Vita. I've had PlayStation, I've had the PSI, I've had the iToy, the PSI, which I still have, and I've got the PlayStation camera. I've had Move, I've had Nav. In fact, I've had two Moves at the same time for when I had the Fight Lights Out, which was a great bloody game, and you critics hated it, but it was good. Sod off. You know, I've got a sharpshooter. I've got an official recharging station for my Move and my Nav. I've got the BD remote. I believe in your product line. I like what you do. But sometimes the way you treat the customer base is, quite frankly, disgusting. Okay? Now, I'm a big Sony fan. Anyone that watches this channel or knows me in real life or has met me online knows this. You know? And by and large, I dig what you do. You know? Kazarai seems like a decent bloke, you know. You know, Hugh seems like a laugh. I think I could happily hang about with Andy House. It's like Threaten seems a bit full of himself, but I'm sure, you know, you get him out the suit and he'd probably be a decent geezer. But this is all beside the point. The point of it is, you do a lot of stuff that doesn't work. I mean, that video I did a wee while ago, which has had nearly 270 views, alright, which is a lot for this little channel with only 21 subscribers. People are obviously motivated to watch this video of mine, you know, where basically I get out the earphone and I compare it against this. The original Pulse headset, which I believe in the States is called the Pulse Elite. This is cracking. This is one of the best bits of kit you've ever done. And for it not to have been supported on the PlayStation 4 from launch is beyond me. I do not understand where your head were at. I mean, right up your arse. Right up there. I mean, God, you were seeing food you'd not eaten since you were 3 years old. Seriously. Right? I mean, this is a brilliant headset. I mean, it's comfortable. It works really well. And the only downside, and it's a niggly little downside, is when the mic is extended, sometimes I can see the blue light in the corner of my eye flash, being there, and that's a bit distracting. But the fact of the matter is, you don't even need to extend the mic for it to be functional. It's just an added extra, right? Now it's Bluetooth, so all you guys have to do is hurry up with the pissing firmware. So this will work with the PlayStation 4, because this is great. And the earphone, as I've said before, isn't it? It's quite the opposite to this. This is comfortable, it's functional, it's got 7.1 surround sound, the audio, the speech is clear as a bell, it's got great charge, it's just brilliant, seriously. When I got this for Christmas last year, I was over the chuffing moon, seriously. It's like your recharge cables could be a bit longer, but hey, But this is the thing, it just seems to be the case that you do so many good things, but you do so many other things that just drive me absolutely batshit crazy. Alright? And not just me. If you look at your own forum, right, the official PlayStation website, you go to your own forum, you read what people are writing there. There's serious hardcore Sony boys that are just literally tapping in on a daily basis along the lines of WTF, I mean, let's take Burnout Paradise City that's recently been released on the PlayStation Store. Now, yes, I've spoken of this in a previous video, but I'm going to speak of it again, right? I was in contact with Sony on the phone. They couldn't tell me nothing. I tweeted PlayStation Access, the YouTube channel, and I had one of the presenters, the woman, Holly, I think her name is, tweet me back saying, we have no information about servers. Bullshit. Okay? It's like, as the woman in Tune the Fat used to say, I smell shite. And I do. Look, all she had to say was, the servers are coming back on, or no, they're not coming back on. It's no rocket science, love. Alright? Either the servers are there, or they're no. And for a game that's 50-50 split between online and single player, those servers are fairly important. And given that EA turned them off, 3 years ago? So, nobody's going to want to buy a game that half doesn't work. Alright? And I've got the big Surf Island pack and all the extra cars and junk. Still saved from my PlayStation 3's memory for that. So, you want to tell people what's going on, Sony. That is one of the things you are worst at, by the way. It's telling your users, your customers, us, the people that give you money for stuff, what is going on. Seriously, talk to us. You need to do that. You need to communicate with your customers. That is something you are really rubbish at. You're great at innovation. You're great at supporting the indie market. You're great at coming up with interesting peripherals. You're really good at coming up with bits of code that work really well. And you don't try and jab us in the arse with DRM and stuff like that. You try to steer clear of that, and that's groovy. But, you do need to examine still some of your business practices. I mean, the business itself is good, but, some of the things you do, like not talking to us and not giving us all the information that we really do need, I mean, when you read the forums, people still don't know quite what they're buying. So your message hasn't been strong enough. And it's only recently, in this last sort of month, last 2-3 months, we've actually been properly advertising the Vita, for God's sakes. I mean, it's well more powerful than the 3DS, you know? It's a wonderful system, and you've barely made anything out of it. And yes, okay, you've released the new one in Japan, it's got the funky colours, and it's got an LCD screen instead of an OLED screen, and blah, 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 blah. But it's only hardcore guys like me that care about that. Talk to people. It's like, get people talking about your product. That's what you really need to do. You got this snowball you had before the turn of the year where people were talking about your stuff again. You need to keep that rolling, and I'm not seeing it. I mean, I'm not saying you're Nintendo with the Wii U, but you know, you're not really hitting the mark. Right, I'm going to stop that there because I'm getting into Rant City, and I've still got another video to make when I've basically a review video. So basically, I'll close this in saying one thing, which is please remember to rate this video, share this video, watch this video, you know, pass it around, you know, let people know I'm here, and you know, if you like what you see, let me know in the comments box. Hell, even if you don't like what you see, let me know in the comments box. If you think there's something you want me to talk about, you know, if there's a subject matter that's burning you up, this is completely interactive. This is a social medium, you know. If you don't like the comments box, then you can hit me up through my Twitter. You know, you follow me through Twitter. My name's ZenBloke. Do that. You want to hit me up a message on the PSN. It's the same as this channel, DWTKSW. You know, there's many ways to get in touch with me if you really want to. Now I'm going to get a shit ton of responses, man. But hey, what the fuck? Okay. Now, I'll close this off as I always do, in my own wee style. Aye. No bother.